Hey, it's Punky J. What's going on, guys? So I don't feel like making this video too long and naming off a bunch of facts and debunking this bullshit theory called atheism. Because really, I mean, what's the point? Most people aren't gonna listen to everything I say anyways. But guys, what you have to know more so than anything is that atheism is something that's created by the elites, okay, by people in power, because they want people to fall victim to narcissism. This is the worship of self, and that's exactly what atheism is. It's the worship of yourself. The elites, Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, they don't want you to believe in God. They want you to worship them. They want you to worship the system. We're all slaves to the system, and that's another thing. Atheists, they can make it sound like they're so free and they're so, I have no gods, but really they do, and that's the state, that's the system, and they have to worship their government, and it's just the hilarious hypocrisy of these atheists. But let's just go over a few things with atheism. Number one, their number one theory is that they believe something came from nothing, and that to me is just utter bullshit. Okay, I don't care if you're a Christian or whatever you believe, you should not believe in that. That's the most bogus thing anyone can tell you, is that somehow in the equation of nothingness you can have something. To quote that one dude from that Allstate commercial, or that bank commercial, zero equals zero. Okay, there's no variables in zero. I don't care what you guys tell me that there was some kind of vibrations. Nothing. You can't have anything in zero. Alright? But these atheists, they'll debate me until they're blue in the face that there's some kind of, variables. But it's all silly bullshit. And that's really what atheism is, though. But the sad truth is, atheism, it breeds, an emptiness inside of you, because people don't naturally want to believe there's nothing, that nothing is there when you die, and that you just become this empty void of nothingness. Nobody wants to believe that. I mean, nobody wants to believe that this life is our only life anyway. I mean, this world we live in is kind of a sad world. It's full of a lot of suffering and pain. And so why would we want to naturally believe that this is all there is? Looking at it on a more, I guess, psychological level, if you want to call it that, I don't see why someone would want to believe that. But see, people, they force this belief system on themselves because, well, number one, they are brainwashed. That's a big thing. But number two, they want to feel bigger than what they really are. But the truth is, we're all mortals. We all have sins to atone for, and you can't hide from that. People, they want to live in this world where they feel like they don't have to be judged by anyone. Live in this weird kind of like liberal SJW feminist world, where people think they can just do whatever they want, no matter how strange and bizarre and wrong it is, and not be judged by anyone. But the truth of the matter is, these people, I'd be willing to bet a lot of them have never had a good father figure or, much discipline in their life. And that's what happens with these atheists, man. They feel like they're in control, that they're in power of everything. And again, it's a mental disorder. I mean, it's it's definitely some kind of imbalance, if you want to call it that. But yeah, guys. I mean, I'm not telling you guys you got to be a Christian. You got to do this or that. But the reason I'm making this video is to simply let you guys know that the theory of atheism, okay, on the logical and on the the psychological side of it, it's complete and utter bullshit. I mean, you cannot tell me something can come from nothing. Now, if you were to say the universe is infinite. That's one thing, but still, I don't think that makes much sense. I think it makes a lot more sense to say that there was a thinking energy, okay, that created us. A thinking energy that did not need a creator, because energy cannot be created or destroyed. Albert Einstein once said, "I want to know the equation of God." And it's interesting too, because his theory, E equals mc squared, it's very related to what I'm saying. Energy equals matter. I forgot the C part, squared, but it's still very related. Like, I believe that Albert Einstein knew that there was some kind of creator, and he even said that too. He was not a Christian or anything like that, but I know he was very open to the idea of a higher being, and I think you guys should be too. You shouldn't want to become nothing when you die, dude. That's not cool. I mean, why would you want to believe that, guys? So anyways, guys, this is just some stuff to think about. I know I left some stuff out, but really, I mean, I don't think I should have to cover everything in regards to atheism, but just remember, guys, think for yourself. Common sense is your greatest ally, and know that freedom of speech and common sense are under attack right now, and idiocracy is spreading. So that's why I'm making this video, guys, to try and spread some sort of truth, to try and spread at least people to think for themselves, to try to make people think for themselves. So hopefully this will help. I'll see you guys next time. This is Punky J. Peace.